Is this working? Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Is this working? All right. Bear with me. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see how this goes. I'm right outside the In-N-Out Burger. I can smell the grease. It's very greasy where I'm standing. All right, let me put this thing down. Just double check some things here. Alright, we're gonna walk toward the In-N-Out Burger. Always a long line for In-N-Out Burgers. Alright, so the main reason of this live stream, first of all, to get out and enjoy the nice weather here in Southern California. Second, kind of wanted to take you guys on a tour of plane spotting locations outside of LAX. Of course, we all know this one. This is In-N-Out Burger. Big old park, a lot of people here. Hold on a second, why is this thing? Hello. I'm not going to be on camera all this time. I just have to change up the gimbal. Go the other way, there you go. All right, great spot right here. This is where AVL first started, right there. If you really want to get the real action, you have to go underneath the planes. And they got all this blocked off. Seems to be working okay, right? Mods, Allison, seems to be working okay. I'm sure it's a little jumpy in parts, but whatever. Anyway, you can see how big this park is. This is where Dorkfest is at every year. All right. All right, occasional freeze. That's fine with me. It's better than taking Ed with me. I don't have Ed here. So basically I'm going from the DJI into the phone. A lot less to carry, which is good with me. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the area where the planes fly over our head. Of course, we've taken you here live before. But I also wanted to take you on a walk over to Plane Spot of Paradise. You can see kind of a trek that is. Of course, we're gonna get here and there's not gonna be any planes whatsoever. Of course not. I'm fine with it being a little glitchy. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, maybe we'll come back over here. All right, I want to take you over to Plane Spotter Paradise. Hope you guys are all having a good Tuesday. Normally, of course, we'd be live on a Tuesday, but I decided to push the live stream to Wednesday this week. As we're walking, I'm wearing shorts. Airport's over there. It's the other side of the park outside of In-N-Out Burger. Audio's okay, right? You guys can hear me? Yeah, Julia Echo says it's a pop-up stream. Can't complain. That is true. Definitely a pop-up in many senses. Are these people waving at me? Are you waving at me? Hi. They're waving at me over there. All right. Audio is perfect, Mina P says. Maria, I'm walking to your favorite place. This is where we'll be tomorrow. I'm so out of shape. I'm probably huffing and puffing. You get to see the long walk that I get to take tomorrow. Ed, a pilot, says, I was just in the park, saw you walking by. Well, hello. Yeah, usually I'm not walking and talking. Usually I'm kind of like locked down in one place. Middle-aged Tesla asking, where was Rudy on Sunday? Rudy, his grandfather's funeral was the last 2 days. So he was spending it with family. Alex 2009. No, I actually walk all the way from the office, which is another mile or so. It's a long day. Not complaining. Just saying. The airport's over there. Ed the pilot says, I was telling my friend you are normally set up somewhere, but saw the bag and was like, no, that's him. Yeah, I've only done a few of these walk and talks. I guess I can go on camera here if this thing will actually move. Hello. Yeah, it's me. You're playing Jockey Kevin. You know, I'm on a mission to lose some weight. Probably not get back in the shape, but at least lose a little bit of weight. And nothing better than a nice brisk walk to Plane Spotter Paradise. Of course, this is much easier than when I'm going to be like tomorrow with all that equipment. Yeah, exactly. Get your steps in. All right. Mike Reef, thank you. Mike says, I hope you're enjoying your day. I'm getting a lot done. Certainly getting a lot done. Booked our trip for our BTS shoots at the end of August, early September. Stand by 1 second here. Matt saying, I hope you have a reliable car. I think it's reliable until it goes out on me. I've gone through, I don't know how many carts through the years. Thanks you guys for tuning in. I'm doing my best to look at the chat. All right. So if we were walking to the old spot at Plane Spotter Paradise, it would actually be a farther walk. Maybe I can actually take you guys there. This is the hill that we go up. Walking up is not a problem. It's trying to bring all the gear up and down. You have to make at least 5 or 6 trips going up and then coming back down. So this would be what the view would be like if I wanted to play it easy. In fact, I think this is the exact spot. I believe this is the exact spot where we were for that Holy Moly. The Holy Moly spot, I think, was right here until I got a little smarter and moved down further. But The problem with this location is you can see the beginning of 24 left okay. The problem is 24 right is higher. So the problem is once the plane lands, it kind of cuts it off. You're probably not going to be able to see it because it's too wide of a view here. Later at the Game Boy says I was at the exact spot exactly a week ago. Yeah, it's not. This spot is not bad. I'll show you what we have to go through here in a second. So yeah, so we climb up that with all the equipment, and then we walk through here. Cut behind you. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'll get behind you. See all this lovely weeds? We've been coming to this spot so often now that we've actually created a trail. Can you believe that? Look at this trail that we've created. I think other people have been here. So this is always when you're looking down. Do I see a snake? Do I see anything that I'm about to step on that maybe I shouldn't? There's some pipes. Those pipes have been here since 2019, probably before that. Yes, the AVL trail, Linda says. So I've never seen a snake up here, and I'm not saying, I'm sure there are snakes around here, but I've never seen one. In fact, the only thing I've ever seen up here is ants and like a squirrel. All right. So this little area where all the dead ice plant, this is the spot right here. Oh, look, we have a queen coming in. Let's see, will this let me? Guess not, I can't zoom in. So this is our spot. Well, that was perfect timing, right? Sorry, I got the wide angle. So, to walk to the other area, I think I'm gonna go back down. I don't know, do you guys even want to see the other area? Does it even matter? It's the same, it looks the same, it's just farther down. I was gonna take you over to the Sepulveda overpass. That's probably an area that you never knew you could plane spot at. You could go that direction instead of heading west. Oh, you want to see it? Really? You want to see it? Should I go through the weeds? Should I? I don't know if luck's on my side here today. I don't know. I guess Rita's walked through this before. All right, instead of going down and back up, I think we'll just walk through this. I get bit by a snake, you know why I'm not with the stream tomorrow. Obviously, there's people up here. I'm telling you, Llama can make this job so much easier if they just create a park on the other side fence. Life would be so much easier. All right. Walking. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm just watching where I'm stepping to make sure I don't step on the head of a snake. I saw some crazy video on Twitter X this morning of 3 guys in the jungle enjoying the river, and some huge snake comes out of nowhere and bites the back of the one guy, and they all start freaking out. Oh, that was just, I can't even think about it. All right. I didn't realize this other spot was this far down. Boy, oh boy. All right. Air France, well, there's me. Air France. I really honestly didn't realize it was this far down. All right. There's another pipe. I don't know where that goes to. I think I picked the wrong day to wear shorts. Honestly, I thought this wasn't this far down. Boy, we really did take a walk last summer. So I'm taking you to the other spot that we were at last summer and spring. That was the area that we set up in most of the time when everything was taking off and landing on 24 right. It was further to the west, which gets you on the other side of the entry point to 24 right. So you get that head-on shot. All right. So far, so good. I'm not seeing any wildlife. Ita. I think we're coming up to it. It looks different. They chopped a bunch of trees down. I think it was last year. All right, we're almost there. Yeah, so there used to be a tree. Used to just be one tree. See where this tree stump is? So back in the day when I used to come here in like 2019, 2020, 2021, before we started the live shows, this is the area that I would come and shoot all those videos. And this was the only stump here. This has always been there. But there used to be a big tree. It would kind of give you some shade right here, but they chopped that down. So, all right, so this is that other area. This is where we were last spring and summer. I don't know, I guess it's plane spotter. It's a plane spotter paradise. As you get closer to now homeless camp down there, so we're not going any further down. All right, so this is, oh wait, here we go. We got Condor. We'll get the Condor since we're up here. Thanks, Tender Aviation said this really puts into perspective how much work you put in for us. I know, you should see me lugging up all that equipment up and down that hill. That's the worst, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get that good shot, right? All right, Condor, A330 Neo in the green stripe, Green Island livery. And then we'll march on over to the Sepulveda overpass. Obviously with a zoom lens, the shot looks great. And you know, there is a plus, I will say, there is a plus to this location, certainly for the arrivals, because you're a little bit closer to the touchdown point. So you're gonna, the sounds are a little bit louder, and we all love our sounds. But I'll be honest with you, you probably can't tell, but you see how the bottom of Ita is cut off? You see how the landing gear and part of if you zoom in, you can kind of see where it cuts off a lower part of the plane. That's the problem with this location for 24 left takeoffs, is it's not a great shot. That's why we go further to the east. So if that wasn't the case, I'd definitely come here, even though it's a longer walk. The touchdown point is better. All right, we're gonna get out of here because I think causing a disturbance from the homeless encampment over here. right, so that is a little easier hill to get up and down than the one over farther to the east. But you can see, you know, it's kind of like when we're live, it doesn't look like there's a hill. It looks like it's just all plants and then Lincoln Boulevard. But as you can see, some of this part is really, it's kind of high. So you've got to use those points, those dirt trails to get up. It's just too bad there's not a dirt trail that goes up straight where we set up, but it gets really high. All right. So now I'm going to take you back toward the In-N-Out, and we'll cross the street at Lincoln and Sepulveda, and I'll take you to the overpass, the 96th Street Bridge, that originally was going to be tore down for the construction of Terminal 0, but that's not going to happen before the Olympics. So the bridge is still up, and it's actually a pretty decent spot to plane spot. Sidewalks are a little thin. A lot of people are walking up and down those sidewalks, so you gotta make sure you're not blocking. I think this area is where we go live. I think it's about this area, if not a little bit further. So you can see it's definitely a climb up. Trying to get the equipment up, just not gonna happen. So look behind me here. Is there anybody behind me? I feel like he's getting closer. All right, do you guys have any questions so far on this tour? Taking you on a tour of the great LAX plane spotting locations, at least here on the north side. Am I being stalked? I can hear it getting closer and closer. All right, that's all right. All right, James says it's fun. No, definitely not heading to the beach, though that might actually be another fun walking around live shot at Dockweiler. See a plane spotter. Yeah, so we would be setting up there. Yeah, that guy's getting closer. So that's right there is the path. That's the path that we'll take tomorrow. All right. Run. I'm like a magnetic object to some of these people. All right. I should take you on a tour of the south side someday too. All right, I think that guy's getting closer. Uh-oh, here comes another one. All right. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Do you know it's actually against the law in the state of California to ride your bike on the sidewalk? I don't think a lot of people are aware of that. I don't think a lot of people care. All right. I'm walking fast. Well, I'm getting my workout today. And I have to go to In-N-Out Burger for something. Oh, it is against the law in most cities? I don't know. In Michigan, I don't think it's against the law. And growing up, I used to ride our bike on the sidewalk all the time. I don't think it's against the law in Arizona either. And then when I moved out here, I was riding my bike on the sidewalk. People were like, you can't do that. I was like, I had no idea. Electric scooters. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. All right. So now we're making our way back toward In-N-Out. That's the parking spot garage. Do not go up there in plain spot, they'll kick you out. Now let's check on this guy behind me. Is he still behind me? I got plain spotters behind me. Alright, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Make sure to hit the like button. Pop-up stream here today. Walking tour of some great plane spotting locations here at LAX. All right. Jammin' Traveler says, cool pop-up stream, thank you. Hey Zeus, I'm glad you're in the chat. Yeah, there was a problem with your merch. So you got a refund coming your way. Apparently, for whatever reason, the manufacturer won't manufacture and ship. So, sorry about that. Yeah, it is, Kelvin, you're right. Good cardio. It's what I need. All right. Flying over our heads here. This is always a great spot. It's where Rudy used to be back in the day. I probably sound like I'm out of breath. All right. I probably can slow down a little bit. Alyssa, thank you for the 100% super chat. All right. Okay, hold on a second here. I'm gonna go over here. We'll wait for a plane. See, you gotta be smart in LA. You gotta be smart. Gotta have a head on a swivel. All right. No planes flying overhead. We'll try it when we come back. This is the corner of Sepulveda and Lincoln. Very busy corner. H-dot, yeah. I think this is what you're talking about, the triangle right here. Oh wait, we got a plane coming. It's only a 737 though. We'll try it here. Oh yeah, this is a much better shot. How come I never came over here to live stream? I might have to do this again someday. It's a much clearer shot. Look at that. You probably can't see it because it's wide angle, but much better shot. Thanks to H-dot. Would work. Nice little grassy area. All right, so now I'm going to take you over to a location some of you guys probably never knew existed. So we're going to cross over. So the traffic coming toward me right now is traffic going northbound on Sepulveda and veering over to Lincoln, which will now take you west and eventually take you north. And that will take you up toward Marina del Rey and West LA and all that kind of jazz. All right, so we got the go ahead. This is also the route that a lot of people, so if you're at the airport and you want your In-N-Out burger, because there is not an In-N-Out burger inside the airport, this is the route that you would take. It's a little bit of a walk, but I think most people are like, hey, it's In-N-Out. All right. Now that we're at the light, gives me a second to look up the chat. Jane, Legend Jane, gifting 20 Airline Videos Live memberships. It's not all. Thank you so much, Jane. I also saw a $550 super chat through PayPal from Jane. Pop up on the phone. Thank you, Jane. Amazing support. Can't thank you enough. All right, I gotta wait for. So this is on traffic coming. Basically, now they're going southbound on Sepulveda after coming basically from the northwest on Lincoln. So basically, Lincoln ends right here, and then that takes you down toward Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, El Segundo, of course. All right, we can move again. Dave Stewart says, this is awesome. Thanks for doing this. My pleasure. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while. Rudy and I always joke that we get like a big go-kart with seats on board. We give people tours of the best plane spotting locations at LAX. I have no idea if those buttons actually work. So you can see the H Hotel over there in the distance. The golf cart tour, yes, that's right, Linda. So again, this would be the route that you would take if you wanted to go to the In-N-Out Burger, or if you had a layover at LAX. Oh, you got Swiss landing soon? I'll try to hurry. Honk honk, beep beep. Hey Adam, what's up? Says hi, Mr. Kevin. I'm watching from Arkansas. I watch your channel for 3 or 4 years, and I love planes. Wish I could snag one of your shirts and hat. Everything's available there at shopavl.com. Of course, every Sunday we have 2 live drawings now for your chance to win some more awesome merch. Nanny needles. It is, isn't it, Nancy? It's the map. It's like the Hollywood map for the stars. This is the Hollywood map for the planes. All right, so this, if you were going back to the airport, you cannot continue up this because there is no sidewalk there. So you have to cross. And you have to wait. Because these people ain't gonna stop for us. They're not gonna stop for no one. They got a plane to catch. All right, I guess I should have went there. All right. Kevin, don't look at the phone while you're trying to cross the crosswalk. We'll never get across this. Oh, look at this flyaway bus. Thank you. Wow, look at that. I think he probably knew he was on camera. Thank you, Flyaway. Flyaway is a LAWA bus. Basically, they have parking garages that you can park your car at certain parts of the Southland. One of the biggest ones is in Van Nuys. Just a huge parking garage. So if you live in the valley and you don't want to drive or park your car at LAX, you park it, let's say in Van Nuys, it's right across from Van Nuys Airport, and then you take that flyaway bus that was just nice enough to let me cross. Takes you directly to the terminal. So a lot of people use that. It's pretty popular if you live in the valley or in the IE or the OC. Oh, that's right, Alex. Union Station, that's another popular one. All right, so we're under the 96th Street Bridge. This bridge was going to be torn down and probably will at some point to make way for Terminal 0. Get those steps in. Where it gets tricky because you're on the wrong side. On the wrong side of 96th. I'm not gonna jaywalk. Oh wait, you can jaywalk in California now. It's not against the law. All right. Should I jaywalk? Should I not jaywalk? Though it's legal. It's not against the law in California anymore. I guess you guys can kind of get the sense. Normally you'd want to be on the other side. Well, you know what? I am going to jaywalk because I need to be on the other side to get down. All right. So as you can see, the sidewalks are very thin. But this is not a great location to live stream, obviously. But if you have your camera, and of course we had a wide angle lens on, and I've come here and shot video before, you shoot straight down, you got a great shot of taxiway Echo. You can see that A319 on Echo right now. It will go all the way down and then make a turn. And basically, don't go any farther than this. It's where the sidewalk ends. Edward says it's not jaywalking if you run. I was careful. There was no one was coming. Oh, it's not coming down here. All right. Well, all right. Well, there you go. That's the beginning of 24 left on the south side, looking kind of northwest. I don't think there's going to be any plane. Looks like there's a Latam. There's a Latam Dreamliner coming over here. So these are the cars that are coming off of Sepulveda. These are the ones that are going up that ramp, and as you can see, there's not really any place to walk. So you want to make sure and basically you don't need to, you could stay on that side because that's actually going to take you into LAX, not this side. You can see this dead ends here. So stay on the other side. I'm just wanting to go over here so I can show you Echo over here. Is this the new Olympic event, the LAX perimeter? I'm not even saying, this is one of those words I can't say. That would be, I think, 6 miles around the airport. That would be quite the trek. I'm not quite sure there'd be much to see either. All right, so we got a Southwest 737 going all the way down to the end of Echo. We'll make that turn to the left and head over to 24 left. Could be longer than 6 miles. I don't know. All right, so you guys can see that. Sorry, I got the wide angle on. Anyway, this is a great shot. If you just need to come up here for, 15 minutes or less, grab a shot and be on your way. Another great shot. Oh, here comes that 777. It's too bad I'm not over there. I was going to say, when you're directly over Sepulveda, it's an awesome shot. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that shot of Sepulveda Boulevard with the heavies, the A380s flying directly over the traffic. This is where you come to get that shot. Swiss Flight 40 coming in from Zurich. Even this shot is great. All right, so to get that shot, let's say if that Swiss was flying over Sepulveda, you definitely have to be on this side. And here you go. That's Sepulveda going north and south. We're on the 96th Street Bridge. That's that magic shot. Some people even throw in the Sepulveda Lincoln sign there on the right-hand side in the shot. So there you go. Kind of blocked. Yeah, it's not a bad shot. I mean, I'm telling you, video has more limitations than still photography. Still photography, you just need that one good shot. Video, you gotta at least need 15 seconds or more. That's a Latam Dreamliner. Lining up there 24 left. But I've come here, I've set up here to get 4K video, and it's actually not a bad shot. If you find the right spot, sometimes you gotta find the right spot. I can't remember where it was. I think it was on this side. You can find that right spot so that you don't get the light poles in the way, and then get that landing shot. All right, you guys want more? You want more? Let me hear you in the chat. You want more? So we're walking east. Again, this is the 96th Street Bridge. So they were going to tear this down to make way for Terminal 0, and they may in the future, but for now it stays put. So 20 years from now, people are going to look back at this video, this live stream, and go, wow, look at that bridge. It's not even there anymore. Now this, I think, is a employee parking lot. Is it employee? I think it's employee. I get the feeling, I don't know, I get the feeling at some point they're going to turn this into a parking garage, which would be nice, because then we're even closer to the 24s, as long as it's a public garage and not a private. I don't know, is this employee or maybe it's not employee, maybe it's just a regular economy parking. I'm not 100% sure. It used to be economy, and they moved it all. All right, so Kevin's got to jaywalk again. See, just stay on that side the whole time. No sense. No sense. As if, I mean, if you're going to LAX, stay on this side. Because I forgot the sidewalk ends. Richard89 with the $2 super chat. Thanks so much, Richard. Rudy, be back for Sunday show soon. Yes, he should be back on Sunday. I know, we've missed him. All right. Still here with you guys. Probably sweating a little bit. But hopefully you guys are having a good time. I'm getting my steps in. Feels good to get some exercise. It's a beautiful day in the Southland. All right, so now I'm taking you over to the parking garage. Trust me, there's much easier ways to get to all this than what I'm doing here today. Over there is the H Hotel. There in the distance. Almost 500 likes. Wow, thanks you guys. Almost 700 people watching this. That's crazy. It's almost more people than some of our live streams, regular live streams. All right. So I haven't been over here in a while. They're doing a lot of construction. So I'm trying to think, how do you access the parking garage now? That's do not enter. H Hotel is over there to my right. Doesn't look like anybody's up there. We'll be up there on Friday starting at noon. I also talked to the H Hotel today about our 50-year anniversary party on April 10th next year. They're all up for it. So it's in the early planning stages, but it sounds like it's going to be a go. So April 10th, it's a Friday. We're going to be having a party high atop the H Hotel. All right, so this used to be a bus depot. And I think they moved the buses out of here. And now they're over at the new metro station. This is kind of creepy. There's no one around here. Turn right. Oh, you mean left? So this used to be when we were at the parking garage and we used to see all the buses, all the people waiting for their buses. This was the bus depot. But like I said, since they opened up the metro station, they moved all of this about 2 blocks away. It's kind of creepy. I'm not quite sure I'd want to be here at night. So if you were just standing here waiting for your bus and you had nothing to do and you were bored out of your mind, of course you could see us up there atop the parking garage. Excuse me. Alyssa M, $5 super chat says use the $5 to get yourself some vitamin water on me. Thank you, Alyssa. All right. I guess we can cut through here. Glad this thing is actually working. This is on the DJI Osmo 3. No cords attached. It's basically talking to my phone. And the phone's talking to YouTube. Remember we used to use this when we first started doing the BTS of the BTS? Oh, this is new. Well, this street, all right, no jaywalking. This street used to be closed. Jetway is now open. Interesting, this was not open. So now they open Jetway, which I assume takes you all the way to Century. All right. Being illegal here. So this is the East Economy parking garage. This is where, when I say we're doing the live streams at the parking garage, the LAX parking garage, this is it. You guys can see it in the 24-hour live broadcast as well. We'll walk over this way. There's a staircase that takes you up. And that's where we are. It's only 4 stories up. Not the biggest garage in the world. Max with the $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Max. Says good day. Good day, Max. Welcome to the Walk and Talk LAX plane spotting tour. Wellington Flights Live with the super chat. Thank you so much. This is so great for planning my trip next year. Thanks, Kevin. My pleasure. You know, a lot of people do ask about the plane spotting locations around LAX. We could sit here, we could talk about it, but sometimes it's just easier to show you guys. All right, Kevin, you want to get more exercise? Nice bright yellow stairs. So as you can see, you can access the garage even without a car. So if you're just out plane spotting and you want to come over here, not pay the parking toll, you can come right in. What floor are we on? 3. Oh. All right. All right, so we're heading over there. Again, it's only 4 stories. All right, here is the rooftop. Look familiar? Kevin's out of breath. I'm kidding, I'm not that out of breath. This microphone picks up every little sound now. All right. Usually when we go live, we usually park right next to this no parking area. So the car usually gets parked in 08. LAX has said from the beginning, as long as no one's parked here, you can park there. You don't need to be a clean air vehicle. You can come up here and plane spot. So this area, the corner, you would think would be the best spot, right? Because you're closer to the arrivals. Only problem are these white panels that run to the north as well on the west side. So it kind of blocks your view. So if I was to set up right here, then I can't really see anything on the south side. I can't see anything to the north. You can go look directly out. I don't know why they put those there. That's the only issue with that little corner spot. So usually we kind of sit up here into this black truck just to get away from these. Tender aviation, no. LAX said, if you're out here at a plane spot, you're not leaving your car overnight, you can park in these clean air. You think that's a clean air vehicle? Come on, no one. This is LA. No one, there's laws, no one obeys them. All right. I'm gonna set you down just for a second here. Read the chat a little bit. So what do you guys think? Riley asking how much does it cost to park there? It's about $6.50 an hour. So I think it maxes out at $35 a day. So you're looking at about $35 a day. And I think anything after the first hour and a half counts as a whole day. Yeah, don't be surprised if you come up here and they charge you the full $35. Yeah, you're right, Deborah H. Getting the steps in today. All right, now where do you guys want to go? Don't tell me. Don't tell me the terminals. I think we have to do that another day. I'm not quite sure how much battery power we'd have. Probably get like up to Terminal 1 and then lose power. We're about, from this location right here, we are, I want to say, maybe 2 blocks from the start of 2-4 left. 2 or 3 blocks. It's not as close as you might think. We're closer at Plane Spotter Paradise. A lot closer at Plane Spotter Paradise. Walk to Hawthorne. All right, let me go back to In-N-Out. All right. To go back to In-N-Out, that means I have to, which way should I go? Should I take the back way? I don't know if I really want to walk through that bus depot again. That was kind of creepy. There's no one there. All right. Figure it out as we continue on here. Nice cool breeze up here, that's for sure. Should take you guys down to Hollywood Boulevard one day. Wouldn't that be fun? Carbonados asking Kevin, what would you consider the absolute best place for videography at LAX? Well, if you want the takeoff shots, there's no doubt Imperial Hill. Clutter's Park, the south side. That's your best takeoff shot location. You want belly shots, side views, then go to In-N-Out Burger. If you want those cool landing shots, you got to go to Plane Spotter Paradise or Westchester Bridge. And Westchester Bridge is another location I haven't taken you to. And I don't know, there's a big homeless encampment right next to that. I don't feel it's safe to do that. So definitely north side for the landing shots, south side for the takeoff shots. If that makes any sense. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Not to mention Westchester Bridge. I don't know if there's a sewer line that's broken over there. It just smells horrible. Horrible. Every time I drive through there, you can smell it. All right, so we're heading back down. Take you back to In-N-Out. There is elevators, by the way. They're just on the other side of the parking garage. All right. That would be interesting, taking you guys down to Hollywood Boulevard. I might need a group to go with me. All right, let's see. If we go, you know what, I'm gonna go this way because I'm not gonna go that way. If I go the other way, I think it's gonna take us too far to the north. Aussie flight says was spotted in the 24-hour cams. My no problem, network. My pleasure. Hopefully it's not too boring. Yeah, I'm gonna head back towards Sepulveda. H Hotel there, just south of us. Like I said, this was just opened up. This was all closed down for the longest time. Will be the new light rail train station for the economy parking over there. Well, you know what? I wonder if I could take a bus to the airport. Should I get on one of those buses? What do you think? Should I take the blue bus? It would take me, I don't know how many, I just don't know how much battery power I have left for the stream. I just don't want to get to the airport and be like, you got nothing left. You guys are all saying yes. Maybe this is the new type of live stream. Should I? Should I? That'll be the name of the live stream. Should I? Yeah, I'm committed now. Boy, oh boy. Look what you guys make me do. I should have brought extra battery. I didn't think I was going to be out here this long. In-N-Out needs to be my reward. That or La Roca's Pizza. Where are the buses? Where do you get on the bus? Wait, is that where you get on the bus? Where do you get on the bus? There's a lot of buses here. Is that the bus? This is confusing. Maybe this is a good thing I'm doing this. They don't have their doors open. Okay, it must be down where these other people are. Why has this got to be so confusing, LAX? Shouldn't there be a big sign that says, take this bus? See, eventually you'll be able to just take the light rail train. That's the station for the parking. Eventually you'll just be able to take that. There's like no sign here, no nothing. Are you guys waiting for the bus to the airport? No. Where's the sign? Nice people. I don't see it. I don't see one sign anywhere that says, take this bus to the airport. Nothing. You guys see anything? Bueller? Terminal shuttle. Right here. Oh, here we go. Here's the sign. Here it is. Well, why is everyone else waiting over on the other side? Looks like everyone's over there waiting. All right. Well, I count 3 buses that are just sitting here. Brandon says, Kevin, you have to be inside the structure for the bus pickup area, not joking, near the restrooms. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, this is it right here. The restrooms are right here. So this is the area. Those people down there think that's where you get picked up. I think we're in the right area here. Reverse ops. Hey, Patrick. So last time I was there, the shuttle was near the restroom. Yeah, this is it. It's the restroom right there. Okay. Well, there's the new people mover station. Open in January, hopefully. Thanks, Allison. How often do the buses come? Does anybody know? The new people mover, apparently that's opening in January, right after the holidays. Good timing, huh? Right after the holiday rush. Yeah, if you are actually live streaming here at the parking garage or plane spotting, you do have to come down there are elevators. This is more on the east side of the parking garage. Yeah, the restrooms are right there. There's actually some vending machines over there too. Chip says, bus schedule is as follows. What time do you need? Well, you're out of luck. Well, technically there was a bus that just left as I was making that turn, walking down Jetway. Phil says AI says every 10 minutes, 24 hours a day. This kind of reminds me of the bus service at Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Don't get me started. Don't even get me started on that one. Oh. You guys still want me to take the bus, or you want me to start walking back the other direction? Take the bus. Take the bus, I need the AC. I'm fine, it's actually not too bad. You guys want me to take the bus? I think there's one coming. I'm getting off at 1. We're not going any further than 1. Carbonado. It might be quicker to take the people mover than the bus. Ugh. All right. In the meantime, if you guys hit that like button, reminder, we will be live tomorrow for our main show starting at noon Pacific. We'll be at Plane Spotter Paradise on the north side of LAX, where I took you guys earlier. So the overhead, can you hear that? The overhead announcement is in place for the people mover. That's interesting. Oh, Delta A220 just went around on 24 right. Oh boy. Well, okay, I give it about another minute. There's not a bus here, I'm walking. Watch, it's gonna be like this bus, just magically gonna open up their doors. I know, as soon as I leave, the bus will show up. I think there's one pulling in. So what does it do? Take a U-turn? Actually, there's 2 of them coming in. Got 2 buses coming in. I guess what they must. Let's take a U-turn. Hello.
Hello.
We sit right here, right?
I am riding a bus. Can you believe that?
I can hold that. I can hold one of those.
For the live stream. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. Oh no. Are we back? All right. Ooh, beep beep. Bus driver honking. There's the H Hotel. It's the H Hotel. It's where we'll be on Friday. There was Sepulveda. Oh, Emirates is lined up. Emirates is on 2-4 left. There's the LAX, and that's where you would grab your Uber and Lyft. It's one of those airfield buses that takes you from Terminal 1.5 to the West Gates. Yeah, Margie, you can walk from the airport to the H. It's not that bad. It almost sounds like the theme. What is that blue? What's the United theme song? Blue Rhapsody. Rhapsody in Blue. How am I getting back? Brandon says he's giving the bus ride a 5-star just for the music alone. Great. I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike on this one. Uh-oh. Beep beep. No, I'll walk back to the In-N-Out if we still have juice. Pulling into Terminal 1 here, southwest. This is Terminal 1. This is Southwest. I should probably show you guys Terminal 1.5. There's some guys on TikTok that they go live here at LAX, just walking around trying to find like movie stars and stuff like that on TikTok. I don't know if you guys watch any of that. But let's walk into Terminal 1.5, because we talk about Terminal 1.5 a lot on the live stream. Terminal 1 is Southwest. 1.5 is where you would check in if you are checking in for a flight that is going to take you to the West Gates. So that's one baggage. You guys all still having fun? I never realized that I'd actually be coming to the airport. This has turned into a lot more than I expected. A lot of Delta flight crews going home. They all look like they've had it. I'm out of here, get me home. Oh, real quick, let's walk over here real quick. If I don't get hit here. Show you the theme building. That's always a classic. Theme building, the tower. That's the new people mover track that's in front of that. Nice. We're still at 1, though. I think this is 1.5. It's the same, the Allegiant signs. Still baggage for 1. All right, so I'm taking you to Terminal 1.5. I think this is still 1. We're definitely going deeper in than I thought we were going to here. All right, I think this is 1.5. Oh wait, actually we need to go up. What am I thinking? Ticketing is up, not on the first floor. So actually this is baggage for 1.5. Getting turned around here. So arrivals are on the first floor, departures on the second floor. I should have known that. What was I thinking? Oh, we already went to Terminal 2. All right, so now I got to backtrack a little bit here. All right, so we're at 2. All right, there's the tower. We went too far. So the old 2, I will say this. The old 2, which is right here. So 3, the old 3 is gone. And the 1 has been updated a long time ago. And of course, 1.5 is brand new. So if there is any, and I take this back, Terminal 7 where United is, I think still has the old look. I believe Terminal 2, which I'm standing in front of, which is technically, there's really not much in there. There's no check-in at 2 anymore. This is the old school LAX. Like, this is about as close as you're gonna get to the opening scenes of Airplane back in the 70s. Of course, that was on the first floor, I think, back then. And this is about an old of a exterior of LAX that you're gonna get besides, I think, Terminal 7. Everything else has been reconstructed at this point. As you can see, you'll notice the difference between the 2 building structures. So this whole newer look, this is 1.5, so this is the newer terminal. So if you come in here, this whole area is 1.5. Anything in here is where you would basically go and check in, and you hop on a bus to to the West Gates. So if you come in here and you check in, you're riding on a bus, no way around it, unless you want to walk all the way to the West Gates. I wish you luck. All right, so Allegiant, Frontier, Viva Airbus, Sun Country. I've seen Norse check in here before, so they kind of swap them out. The screens just change. As you can see, there's not a lot of signage for any certain airline. They'll just switch out the signage. So I believe Air France, Hawaiian, when you checked in at Hawaiian, it was at Tom Bradley. So I think some of those international, KLM, Air France, Air Tahiti Nui, I think you still check in at Tom Bradley. But most of the domestic flights that are over at the West Gates are here at 1.5. So now we're in Terminal 1. This is all Southwest.
All ticketed and confirmed passengers, please proceed to gate 18B for boarding for flight 1806 to San Jose from Southwest Airlines.
I just bought 4 tickets for Southwest today. Southwest took some of my money today. It's all good. Oh, in fact, I haven't flown Southwest since we went to Ontario, and it looks like we're booked on a 737 MAX 8 going both ways. So it'll be my first MAX 8 to the destination I can't tell you about. You'll find out eventually. All right, so this is one. We saw 1.5, and that's as far into the airport as I'm gonna go, because I gotta walk back to the In-N-Out Burger, which is probably another 2-mile walk. So we're on the north side. Again, this is all brand new. It's 1.5. You can see the difference. Actually, I'm sorry, this is 1. So they matched 1 to look like 1.5. One used to not look like this. They made it look... All right, I've actually never been up in this corner. Is there a staircase down here? No, I think I have to go back in and go back down. I'm trapped up here on the 2nd floor. Page says the 737 MAX 8s are beautiful on the inside. Yeah, it'll be my first MAX 8. So that's coming up just over a month. All right, so do I need to get on the elevator? I need to get back onto the 1st floor. All right, we're back in 1. Is it an escalator? No, it's escalator up. Marchie, do you think we'll see Kevin tomorrow? Yes, Marjorie, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. All right, so we gotta go baggage.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Is that a camera on there?
What's that?
Is that a camera on there?
Yeah, it's a little gimbal camera. Yeah,
That's
you can
cool.
walk around and not make people lose their their minds.
What about those sunglasses now?
I know, they're so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. After you.
You feel like you were moving.
I know. All right, now we can get out of here. Yeah, so this is all baggage. down here in 1. Now officially leaving the airport. So this will give you a good idea of what the walk is from at least 1.5 Terminal 2 Delta side toward the H Hotel. So this is how you walk to the LA exit. So if you want to Uber or Lyft, there are shuttle buses that take you or pick you up around the Horseshoe. But if you're close, I'd say if you fly Delta, it's about probably as far as you want to go to walk over the LA exit. Beep beep. Oh, everyone loves their horn here, don't they? All right, so we're walking toward the LA exit. This is where you get your Uber and Lyfts. You guys feel like you're at the airport now? All right, so that is the LA exit lot. So if you want your taxi, you want your Uber, your Lyft, you gotta walk over that way. I'm gonna bypass that and we're gonna walk back toward In-N-Out. So we'll continue down this sidewalk. And if you're walking to the H Hotel, this is the sidewalk that we'd wanna take as well. So basically you're walking east. Margie, you might be right. I'm gonna get up in the morning and be like, whose great idea was that to walk 10 miles live stream? So that's the bus you would take. It would pick you up at different terminals around the Horseshoe and take you over to the lot over there. So let's see, what have we done so far here today? Taking you on a bus live, that's a first. I believe this is employee parking over here to the left. Trying to look at the chat. Yeah, it's kind of a long walk. Or you could just wait for the shuttle for the H Hotel. All right, so we're coming up to Sepulveda. H Hotel straight ahead. Hyatt Regency right here in the corner. No, it's actually, that walk to the H is not that bad. It's actually longer to get to the In-N-Out. So you'd cross there. This is kind of tricky because there's a lot of traffic right here at Century and Sepulveda. And of course, the crosswalk to get to the hotels is that one crosswalk. Yeah, it's kind of dangerous. I don't know why the city hasn't come up with a better way to get around that. There's a lot of flight attendants, a lot of flight crews. All right. So now we're walking back toward the In-N-Out Burger. 96th Street Bridge is up here. That's where we were hours ago. How long has this live stream been going on for? Oh, here. Here's another view of that crazy building that we see when we're at the H Hotel. You know, the one that just looks horrendous. That's the other side of it. See, it says COVID testing on the side. It's about the only thing that was in there during COVID. Everything else moved out of there long before that. There was talks of turning that into a hotel at one point. Wouldn't be a bad location for a hotel, but at this point it's better to just look at those cell towers up there. Oh, now we know why. Now I know why that building's still up. See those cell towers up there in the corner? They're making a lot of money off of that, that's why. All right, now we have our answer why they haven't demolished that building. It's an eyesore. Ugly. Oh, but tisk tisk. Let me get out of your way for you to ride a motorized bike on the sidewalk. All right, give me 1 second here. So if you were to walk from the terminal to In-N-Out, I guess this is another way you could get there. I think there's a faster way, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Actually, the sidewalks is pretty wide. Not too bad. The LAX Police Department headquarters used to be right on this corner right here. This green fence is. It's been torn down many years ago, and now they're over off of Westchester, but this is where LAX Police Department was on the other side of that. I think we have an A380 British Airways. Oh, come on, Kevin. Hurry it up, Kevin. Langer Super Chat says toward the Tylenol you're going to need for walking all afternoon. Thank you. I needed this. All right, of course, A380 British Airways is going to be landing. We're nowhere near the In-N-Out Burger. That's the 96th Street Bridge. That's the bridge that we were up earlier. I don't know if you can see the A380 in the distance. There's another motorized bike on the sidewalk. Blocked by the 96th Street Bridge, the A380. almost made a complete circle here today. Actually, we have. No, I didn't bring water. I'm almost back to the office. I'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. This is never my first rodeo. Who's asking that? ORD 747 fan, do you recommend this walk at night? I see people doing it. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's any different than daytime. I mean, LA is LA, no matter if it's day or night. I don't know if these people are told to like yield to people or not. I'm gonna look at that sign. Let's see here. What does the sign say? Oh yeah, yield. Thanks everyone. It does say yield. NZ1 Aviation with the super chat. Thank you so much. Says thanks for the walking tour today. Much appreciated. For those not familiar with LAX, here's a contribution for the refreshments. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now remember, this is only the northeast side of the airport. There's a lot more to see. We'll have to take you on another tour another time. Maybe we can take you on a tour more in depth into the terminal buildings. That'd be kind of fun. Al Slim sending 10 Airline Videos Live memberships. Thank you so much, Al Slim. Appreciate that. Thanks, you guys. I can't believe almost 800 people watching me walking around. Just want to point out something. If I wasn't paying attention, I would have tripped in that. Completely would have tripped in that because I'm a fall hazard. Ever since I fell over, screwed up my arm, I'm always paying attention on the ground. At least I try. It's been a few times I tripped, almost blew it again. Sarah, the real deal. What's up, Sarah, with the $5 super chat? Thank you so much, Sarah. All right, so we're coming up to Sepulveda and Lincoln again. So anything that goes to the left goes by Plane Spotter Paradise. These cars coming toward me are heading south on Lincoln, now officially on Sepulveda. So now they're heading toward El Segundo, the beach cities, and we're gonna cross back over this and head back to where we first started at the In-N-Out Burger. Simon Eyes 41 says, because it's interesting, Kevin. This is the side of things many of us won't ever see. Much appreciated. No, I think you're right on that. And definitely, we'll do more of these if you guys want these. Heck, even this spot's good for plane spotting. Across the street. Planes fly by. I don't know how they expect you to get through the second crosswalk in 3 seconds. I think we're gonna have to stop again. It's a nice breeze right here. There's a breeze coming down. So Plane Spotter Paradise is down Lincoln there. And that breeze I always talk about comes off the ocean. You can feel it right here. It's the first time I've actually felt that breeze. And that whole walk, just think about that. We walked all the way over from that parking garage and took the bus over to LAX, and now this exact spot right here is when you first start really feeling that ocean breeze. Chris Dawson says they used to sit there often to take photos. Yeah, there's another plane. It's like a American A321neo. Could be flying over. As these cars now have the right of way, and they're going north, west on Lincoln. Actually, this really is a good spot. Not bad. Langer asking, where's the sketchy bridge with the homeless encampment? That would be Westchester Bridge, which is, if we went further down Lincoln or even down Westchester, Westchester is really how you get there. It's further west than here. It's probably about, I don't know, a mile from the In-N-Out Burger. I can take you guys there on another live stream another day. So HDOT was talking about this area right here. Great spot to have the planes fly over your head. I will say there's a lot of homeless in the park next to the In-N-Out Burger. I don't seem to really say anything to anybody. All right, of course we're here, and of course there's no plane. Space Needle says, I give you best tour, grade A. Thank you. What's that guy getting on that bike? All right, I don't see anything coming, so I'm gonna walk back toward the In-N-Out Burger here. How many calories do you guys think I burned today? All right. So yeah, this is where a lot of people come out. It's the park next to In-N-Out Burger. Kind of the birthplace of AVL, and a fun place to be. Certainly in the evening, grab your In-N-Out Burger, chill out. Renette, hello Renette with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Renette. Says, thanks for the tour, Kevin. You answered so many questions I had. Well, my pleasure. Oh wait, there's an A330. Oh, all right, we gotta go back. Stand by. Phil, $5 super chat says, grab a double. Ooh, I almost took a nosedive into that little crate. All right, yeah, A330. Zane Explorer, $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Zane. Southwest started selling assigned seats for flights in 2026. Yeah, it wasn't an option for the ticket that I purchased today because we're flying in early September. But I did upgrade to the front of the line. So we did pay a little extra for that. It's like a must. All right. This is normally where I go live, but I think HDOT has a better shot. Level. Oh. Whoop. That didn't work. All right. That was nice and loud, but didn't work with the gimbal. I'm watching the replay right now. All right. As much as I would love to continue to do this all night long, I do need to grab some dinner. But we'll walk by the In-N-Out Burger one last time here. Linda Kavinsky with the $10 super chat. Thanks so much, Linda. Appreciate that. What do you guys want in and out? The drive-in? There's always people there. Always. One of the great last shots to show you guys, I'm sure you've seen it, is the plane flying behind the In-N-Out Burger sign. That is the In-N-Out Burger sign. A lot of people try to grab that shot. All right, so we will end where we first started, because Kevin is done. That went on for a lot longer than I thought. All right, here's the plane. It's not a big one, E-Jet. Renee, the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Renee. Says, after that walking and teaching us the area, you have earned an ice cream sundae. Treat yourself to one. Thank you, Renee. Craig Russell, A380 coming north. For arrival or takeoff? Do we have an A380 coming to the north side? Oh, Asiana. All right. Okay. 1 minute out. All right. We won't end it yet then. Kevin's now limping over because I think I got a blister coming. There's that 7-Eleven. Get your Slurpees and your Cool Ranch Doritos. This thing is never going to end, is it? Oh, there it is. All right, H-Dot, I'm going to go to your little spot over here if I can get there. I think I got some time here. I got time. Go to the little triangle area. And then we're gonna end it. All right, little area H-Dot told me about. There it is. This will be the finale. You guys ready for this? Really? This live was 2 hours long? Holy moly. All right, here we go. Gimbal doesn't like fast moving. Oh well, got the gist. Wow, this is a lot of fun. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me for, I can't believe it's been 2 hours. That's a long walk too. So we'll be live tomorrow here on the main channel, noon Pacific. We'll be back at Plane Spotter Paradise. That is if Kevin doesn't get out of bed tomorrow. And I can walk. I'm sure I'll be fine. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Remember, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, 12 noon Pacific. Back here at Plane Spotter Paradise here on the north side. We'll give you one last look at the park. Outside the In-N-Out Burger. This was a lot of fun. Thanks you guys for tuning in. We had a pretty decent sized audience. Thanks you guys for your awesome support. Appreciate it. And we'll leave you with this amazing shot. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. Actually, I'm not gonna quit it yet because I have to do one more thing before we shut it off. So look at those nice, beautiful palm trees outside the In-N-Out Burger. And get some covered strawberries. All right, this is coming to an end. If you guys are just tuning in, we took you on a tour of some of the best plane spotting locations here on the north side of LAX. And with that, I'm gonna put you guys down. And we're gonna call it a night. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, see you guys. Thanks again for tuning in.